live. Let me get YouTube going. YouTube should be going live right about now. Chat room, what's going on, everybody? Talk to me. What did I miss? We here? We good? Big Thursday, I think. Just chilling. Just chilling out. As you should. After a long day. After a long day, you deserve to chill out, man. You earned it. Why not? All right, what's up, chat? Big Thursday. We got a little bit of content to get into, and then maybe, just maybe, if I actually have time, I can play the game a little bit. Or here, maybe we play for a little bit, actually, and then go into the content segment. I'm a little late. Had to take care of IRL. Work ran late. Had to prep things for the stream. Let's see if I even remember how to play this character. What up, Henrique? Henrique? Am I saying that right? Chilling and waiting for Critical Role. Is that the D&D group? Is that like a thing people watch? I've heard of Critical Role. Because I think there's a guy, I don't know if I got into some drama. I think there's a guy with my name on that show. So I've heard comparisons to that. But do they just like put out YouTube? Like, I don't really understand the whole D&D content space. Because then I saw The Yard put out some episodes where they were doing a D&D session, or a campaign, I suppose is what it's called. And then I YouTubed around to see other ones, and I realized, oh, there's some really big channels that are doing D&D campaigns, and they have characters, and people like to watch it, and it's content for people. Which really surprised me. So what do I want to do here if I get level 2? Something like that for damage. Toxic Brian. What did I do? Oh, my game is slowing down like crazy. What's happening there? I'm getting some massive frame drops. I might want to resolve those before getting into a match. Or just boot up and play anyways. Blame the beasts. Oh, I'm almost at 1900. I don't even remember when I did that. I haven't had a chance to play in a while. Let's see if I remember. Taking breaks while learning a new character is like the best way for me to forget everything immediately. Let's try to build stocks. Manon is kind of weird. She goes around your regular fireballs really easily. Oh my god, yep. Maybe I should have not gone into the game. Yeah, she does that. Nice. Nice empty jump. I'm dead. I saw Kakeru's a stock building demon. I like how everyone saw one game where Kakeru got 4 stocks, and then everyone, that's like Like, one Cammy player lets Kakarot get 4 stocks one time, and then there's been this entire narrative that's been forming of like, oh, yep, Kakarot just always builds stocks. Can't stop Ingrid from building stocks. I've noticed this whole thing from literally one round of Street Fighter has determined like the narrative about Ingrid. And I saw the round, and I'm like, this is just one example of one guy letting that happen. He actually does. I know you can prioritize building stocks, and he does it well, but I'm just saying people have like taken that to like a weird extreme. Like, they're like, oh yeah, you should immediately get level 4 stocks instantly against every character. It's completely unstoppable. He just does it anyways. Ah, nice. Why'd you reset? I hate perfect parry anti-air. Alright, you got me. That make if they could tweak some mechanics, I would love that one to get tweaked. I just need to tweak my brain to accept it. Her jump arcs, okay, it's a little weird to anti-air that with Ingrid, because her jump arc is so shallow that Ingrid's horizontal DP is not that good on that angle. Nice. Okay, let's cycle the stocks. Spend the meter. Trying to learn Ingrid and oh god, it feels like half the cast can pass through fireballs. Yeah, use more of the laser. The fireballs are definitely navigatable. They're not as abusable as people thought originally. Don't... Yeah, see, I hate... I mean, just do the thing that counters it, but it's just... It feels dumb. The laser is your option to dissuade people from doing the anti-projectile stuff. Nice. GG's. I got a little impatient. Should have done that down teleport. Or maybe a back teleport would have been good there. He's clearly looking to parry things. GG's, I guess, Scarlet. I don't remember who I play in ranked. But GG's.
I'm not gonna... Round 1. Fight.
Nice. Us poor non-OD DP havers need anti-air DP. You could also just pick and choose when you press things so you can anti-air appropriately with your normals. Ah, nice bait. GG.
Chun-Li win. Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, Chun-Li's been really a struggle. She has a lot of... Her neutral is really strong, and I feel like I don't know how to throw fireballs against her. This matchup has been pain. I should have punished that. Yeah, she has so many anti-fireball tools. Okay, maybe I can get something started. Let it rip. All right.
Round 2. Fight.
Cycle the stocks. I'll just spend this because she's going to be burnt. What? Why? What? Why do all that? Was that intentional? Oh, I missed it confirmed. Okay, got a little lucky there. Ah, nice. Yeah, I don't really understand, like, when she's gonna get this stuff and when she's not, you know? Oh, I pressed parry, I'm a dumbass. GG? Alright, nice, you got me. Could I have killed on that level too? Like, these are little things that I still don't really understand yet. Like, I'm not familiar with, Chun-Li's Zanshu for anti-projectile. And then I don't really know good damage routes with level 2. So like this I kind of freestyled, crouch this into this. So I wonder if I probably could have killed here. Should I just do heavy kick level 2? That seemed interesting. That doesn't work? I feel like that would work.
Oh, well, if you can't beat them, join them!
Yeah, something like that. That would have been good. Now, what if I did it straight from heavy kick? So that didn't hit as cleanly. So because I did it from... Alright, there we go. No, so the hit's just way better if I do it from OD DP right here. Do forward 3 kicks, not down. I mean, obviously I can do the forward kick one, but that's gonna end the combo. So I'm purposely trying to not do that because I do not want to end the combo. I want to get the extra height to get the ground bounce from the down teleport. Thank you, Henry KQ. Sorry, I'm butchering your name again on 2 platforms. Appreciate it. Enjoy the mid-tier emotes. Thought the Ingrid Fireball into OD Fireball thing would be more important for a game plan. Kind of sad to see she's a laser dispenser. There's too many ways around the fireballs in a fireball. Even if you do it, like, properly, there's still gaps that are, like, people just jumping forward. If you do up fireball to forward fireball or forward fireball to up fireball, people just jumping forward will kill you. Like, it just has such a big gap that people can just jump in, which is a little finicky. So what if I wasn't going to go to level 2 right away? What would I do here? Like what? Straight into this? Maybe I'm supposed to do that. Doing level 2 late in the combo seems to be pretty good because you can like it resets the juggle potential and lets you do longer combos with more damage than you initially expect. So I can pick that up. So that seems to actually be better. And I'm building super for longer. I think this is just better. I'm building super and building drive gauge. This pickup is manual, though. I don't think there's like a set way to pick this up. I'm kind of just timing this manually. The OD DP after the OD laser. Yeah, I should have done that. That's just with one stock. The juggles after this point, though, are so strange. I think it's just like DP, like regular, light. Oh, I can do that. Still have meter. And then forward teleport. Yeah, okay, so if I get a DI, have one stock, I want to go into level 2, do that route. I don't know why my game is dying again. Man, this shit is so frustrating. My frame rate is tanking like fucking crazy. You think you fix this shit, and it always comes right back. New gaming chair. How many FPS will that add? Maybe not enough RGB on my setup. What does Alex do against tech roll on wake up? I'm not even sure what you're saying. What does Alex do against back roll on knockdowns? Like your Oki? Are you asking what Alex does on knockdowns where people back roll away? I got hit? What the fuck? Dude, look at the frame rate. It's dropping so many frames. Unreal.
I wouldn't move if I were you.
Too close for the shimmy. Okay.
Round two. Fight.
What? I definitely did quarter circle forward. Oh no. It's so chunky. O's on him? How to deal with Ingrid as Alex? I need the opposite question answered. How to deal with Alex as Ingrid, dude. Just fucking do shit. You're Alex, man. I think Alex beats the shit out of Ingrid.
Close your eyes.
Oh, I got lucky. Okay. We are not choosing the block option, I see.
Round two. Fight.
Man, that angle is tough. That angle is so tough.
Final round. Fight.
Oh my god, frame rate, why? Yeah, let's get some stocks back. No way. Oh my god. Nice.
We shall increase the dosage.
That move is like such perfect parry fodder now. Everyone's perfect parrying it pretty consistently. I was really hoping to get more of a airtight block string with the fireball, but it seems like there's like not much block string with the regular fireball. Thought he would respect the amnesia.
Round two. Fight.
Nice. Oh, that punished? Oh, shit, nice. Okay. Lucky me.
Aki wins.
I forgot the combo. I thought you did heavy DP there. You have to drive rush. That doesn't work. All right, GG's. I forgot what you do there. This is why I can't take a couple days off and learn a new character, dude. I don't remember fucking anything. Because I wanted to not get scale damage. Doing this into drive rush crouching heavy to pick that up would not be good. So that's not what you should do anyways. I think it should have just been this, right? Like towards heavy. Or it'd be crouch heavy here. Like, if I can get close. Something like that?
Oh, well, if you can't beat them, join them!
Like, this alone does a ton of damage, but it's not gonna kill. Like, would this be max damage? That's crazy. That leaves me plus 12. Can I get a meaty fire? Could I have killed there with a meaty fireball? What up, Mike D. Loopy? Thanks for the prime. Appreciate that. That wasn't meaty. Fireball's 10 frames. How fast does Fireball start up? 17? No, it's not meaty. This works as we're hitting the corner, so I can do that Fireball extension as well. So if I did meaty laser... No, that's not. That's even slower. I'm only plus 12, so I don't have that much time for like a meaty projectile. I think I'd have to jump to an awkward angle to make like a chip sequence. But is this even optimal is the question. Crouch, medium kick, jab. Those are words. Her back heavy has such little range. It's very particular when it actually wants to work. Towards heavy punch always does the most damage as a starter, but without being in the corner, it does somewhat limit your combo potential. I think that's supposed to work. I think we hit the corner that works, but yeah, it's not gonna do here. Wait, what happens if I stock up? Only +3, okay. Can I get more from that second OD beam if you delay cancel the back heavy punch, back heavy punch? I don't think it actually does, like, I don't think you lose damage on the hits. If you're talking about like how it looks like they're falling into the animation late, I don't think that actually impacts anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've noticed is that it doesn't matter if they barely get clipped by it or if they're fully in the blast, it does the same amount of damage. I don't know if I don't think the hits are actually whiffing. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's something that I've noticed. Did I do the survey? Not yet. This, but this is going to scale. So like the starting with the stand heavy scales. So let me see. Maybe let's see. Yeah, I think this does less damage because the stand heavy punch scales. So if you just go straight into towards heavy, it doesn't scale. See, the beam is 100% also. I mean, I could just do like something like that. Driver sitting heavy punch, crouching heavy punch. That won't matter. It's still gonna scale. I can do that without even doing drive rush. Oh, stand heavy kick. I never start with stand heavy kick from drive rush. Let's see. I mean, it's just that I can't really get a good pickup after that. I'm not in the corner. So I think if this hits the corner, I can actually pick up with the down teleport. Yeah, so far, it just seems like doing this is the best. Right? Unless there's something crazy I'm missing. So what if I just did crouch heavy? Which is probably what my brain meant to do, is crouch heavy into this. Can't do down teleport there. You can do that to get the pickup to get more height, but that doesn't even help. Or teleport to level 1 works sometimes. If it hits high, yes. Yes, theoretically. I don't know. I'm fairly certain this is the best that I can do here. So, I mean, like, the simple combo would just be this. 4-4-3-1. Or that one. That would be the simple combo. And then adding more to it would be adding the drive rush here to the level 1. After the forward heavy punch, I can't do anything here without... I don't have drive rush to pick up. I don't have any more stocks. I can't do anything else here. That ends the combo. Did I say thanks, Mikey D. Luffy, by the way, with the fresh prime? Appreciate that, man. All right, we're getting cooked. Let's see if I can play a little bit better. It's working with that super. Yeah, she does crazy damage if you have the stocks. I honestly think Ingrid's pretty mediocre in a lot of ways, is what I started to notice. I think she's gonna have to be a burst damage character. You're gonna get like one opportunity to murder them, and you need to make sure they die. So, I'm really bad at remembering her combo routes right now, so I get these opportunities and people don't die yet. If you just try to play her without murdering people when you have the big opening, you're just going to lose. I think she really requires that conversion awareness with level 2 and the stocks to a very high degree. Oh, nice interrupts.
Round 2. Fight.
Ah, cooked. I guess wrong on every interaction there. She looks like an honest JP. I don't even think so. She doesn't play like JP. She's just... She doesn't zone, really. Like, she can occasionally, but... significantly worse. Ah. I miscalculated the fireball angle. Oh my god, game, please don't drop the frames there. Alright, let's hit some Suncrest.
Close your eyes.
This match looks pretty bad. Yeah, I think Delson kind of shits on her.
Hold still.
Got my first stick today. Any tips? Congratulations. And I would just practice. Take a few motions and work slowly on figuring out how to play the game again. And go cold turkey from your other previous device. Commit. Got my first girlfriend today. Any tips? Break up with her? Yes. Focus all your time on playing fighting games only. No distractions. Focus. Lock in. You only got 8 more years to learn this game. Oh, classic. You take those?
Knock, knock.
Uh-oh. Ugh. Nice. I tried to do that into level 3, but that wouldn't even work. Maybe I could have done it into level 1 or something. I don't know.
Hold still. Close your eyes.
I could have killed him. Well, I'm in a bad spot here.
The essence of yoga has graced you. So, yoga, yoga blast, yoga flame, yoga fire, run waiting, yoga,
Close one. All right, GG's. Let me double check that combo, because once again, I'm not getting the kill when I should get the kill. I could have made it easy, man. I could have made it easy on myself. Okay, here. So I'm in the corner, so I should have done towards heavy punch, right? This should have been an easy kill. What did I do? I did something like this. That would have worked if I did this, right? Oh, I'm in the corner. Wait, this. Bring him up higher, this, then activate level 2. This is what I'm thinking. I hit the corner. This is what you do. That would have been very clean. Unfortunately, I am ass. Yeah, this would have been really good. If I didn't have level 2, could I have killed? Surely there's a level 1 route? Oh yeah, you just do level 1 there for sure. So I could do level 1, but I'm just saying, like, you know, the level 2 would just do more damage than I had it. So for sure I could have done level 1. But can I kill meterlessly here? Like, is that the end of the combo? So I'm getting like 4, 6, 5, 6 meterless. I can't even think of anything else I would do here. Everything else would just scale the combo, right? Oh my god, the frame freezes. Am I too close to the corner for this? Can I drive rush after the second beam? Yeah, you can. You can do, like... Her drive rush conversions picked after these aren't that great, though. Like, what do you even do? I feel like those are more for... If you don't hit the corner, it lets you do drive rush crouch heavy to stand heavy kick to level 1. To, like, either build super or to get closer to the corner. I don't really think there's, like, much else you can do that's good from there. Hello, Mr. Chib. How's it going? Because you can't really pick that up into anything interesting. But the level 2 extension is crazy. Like, the combo keeps going. The level 2 is so good at this point in the combo. Like, that is a really good route. You just keep adding more and more damage. The level 2 is crazy. How late into combos you can apply it. Yeah, so I landed this. I mean, it just keeps going. I wonder if it's just better to get into level 2 earlier. God, my computer's exploding. I don't. Can I build back the? If I can get back to two metals or two stocks, it'd be crazy. Because I think if you have 4 stocks, you just destroy them. Well, actually, what do you do if you have 4 stocks? Is it just this? I'm actually getting too much frame advantage. I don't know what to do with it. I knew a longer combo here at one point, but I've already forgotten everything. Like that? I think that's what you do. Yeah, so the Torch Heavy Punch is always better in the corner. You charge 1 stock after the second OD laser beam? Oh my god. Like that? 4448. Okay. Oh, then you can still... So you get an extra stock here? Okay, but you can't build 2 stocks back if you spend it. So maybe you just only spend 1 here anyways? That did barely any more damage, but that's cool. Brian, do you know a way to deal with nerves while playing ranked? I like to play a lot, but for some reason I get nervous. I don't know, man. I've randomly had that. I haven't had it in forever, but I remember randomly feeling nervous playing ranked sometimes in Street Fighter V, and I didn't know why. I think the reality of it is you're placing too much pressure on yourself and your performance. I know it's easy to say just don't care, but I do think exposure to it more often will make you less nervous, and to also practice outside of ranked, like go into training mode and do things. I think you'll just realize like you're just trying to practice what you did in training mode against a human at some point. I brain farted. Okay. Thank you, Laser. I thought, should I buffer super here? Should I just die? Primi, thanks for the 7 months. Appreciate it. Oh my god, dude. Oh, yeah, I gotta not use that string. It's just not good. Too much. It brings you too close. That's punish. True. Nice. The stand light punch into range to immediate buffer. Such a fucking loot classic.
Ingrid, round one. Fight.
The stocks, thank you.
Round two. Fight.
Nice. A little too close for that shimmy, my man. I think I just do this. I gotta walk further back, I guess. Dude, her DP just has such a shit angle that it covers. Feels bad, man. Oh, damn, word. I'm kind of dead if he completes this. No, level 3? Ooh, please, game. Don't fail me now. I don't know why you didn't level 3. I don't know if that was a misinput or what. They definitely should have just killed me. Should have just killed me when they had the chance. Back heavy punch there? Yeah, maybe. Maybe in those situations I need to use back heavy punch. I haven't got comfortable using that as an anti-air. It's so slow. Scary to use against Luke, especially. Dude. Street Fighter V 6 is so frustrating. I don't understand why the game works and then it just doesn't want to work. It's like every other day I can never fucking play the game. The shit drives me nuts. It gets fixed and then it breaks and then we're back to square one. Very frustrating. It's my least favorite part about the game. Stop having random frame drops, please. Play console. I paid for the game on PC. They can make it fucking work on PC. Could I have picked it up there? It just comes and goes, man. It works for like months at a time, and then randomly another month where it just plays like shit. Vicious Walker, thanks for the 23. Appreciate that. No, I meant to do the air one. Fuck, I did the input too soon. The air one would have been, it might have clipped him, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna be alive. What happens here? Oh my god, don't do the heavy. Don't do the heavy if I'm gonna do that. The heavy's so slow. do the medium. The heavy comes out a lot slower. I'm still trying to experiment to see if I can just throw that out and like steal rounds. Oh, that landed in front and then crossed up? What? Thank you, laser. I meant to do crouching medium kick into the ODDP to level 2, which would have been pretty good, actually. Like this. Okay. Nice. So many plus frames in the laser. By the way, Brian, absolutely loved the new Trash Talk episode. Fees and items takes were great, and as someone who doesn't play Final Fantasy, I like the editor's note. Yeah, Nuji went kind of beast on that note. Yeah, it's cool to also have podcasts where you can sit back and have someone else just explain shit to you. It was nice to be the guy who knows nothing about Final Fantasy and let Fee and item tell me what's good. Nice sweep. No, I win that. I win those. I got the stocks, my man. I win those. I did the wrong combo. Oh my god. Are they gonna spend it? I couldn't even neutral jump in time. It's fast. Okay. Golly! Okay, I don't know all the spacing traps, but that fucking sucks, man. Shortest, stubbiest fucking leg in the universe, dude. Oh my god. I cannot believe her sand meaty pig just whiffed there. Okay, back heavy punch, right? I don't have that on my brain.
Round 2. Fight.
Nice. True, nice call out. What? I'm sorry, I'm Ingrid, man. You thought your mere mortal level 1 can compete with the God Laser? Nice timing. Oh my god. That was dumb, that was dumb, that was dumb, that was dumb. I thought he would do donkey kick. Alright, you got me, duties. I was thinking of donkey kick. Fuck. I was looking for any movement. Alright, GG's. How's my laser beat level 1? I must have just clipped him out of the startup. Because, you know, it's not Fireball Invincible.
Here comes a new challenger.
Like, level 1 projectile, super projectiles will clash with non-super projectiles and beat them, but they don't have projectile invincibility, so if they get touched before they're active, they'll just lose. Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh! Brother. The game is not cooperating with me. Man, I messed up. I meant to do OD laser to chip again, but I forgot the input. I did OD up fireball, because I panicked. I was like, oh, if I just fucking OD laser, he's dead. And I still in the heat of the moment did the wrong move. What the fuck? Yeah, we're just gonna move on. Okay, let's cycle the stocks. Alright, enhance level 1. That should kill. Yeah, you definitely want to find that pocket where you can string up the fireballs. Her up-close pressure is horrific, but you gotta find that, like, slightly spaced corner pressure. Wow. Wow. That, you could just jump through that. Oh, dude, her zoning feels so fucking fake. I know I'm spamming a little hard, but like it feels like her patterns should be hard to get through, and they just hold up forward in the most obvious jump timings, and they don't work. Skill issue, I know, but it just it's a little frustrating having that feeling. I'm like, this just feels like it should work, and it just does not. To them just immediately reversal jumping, which is very disappointing, to be honest. Alright, GDs. Oh, I forgot what happened there. I was too busy bemoaning the last round. You just can't... It just feels like you cannot throw 2 fireballs in a row. Even if you try to specifically call it the jump, it just does not feel like it's going to work. Sitting zone for like 26 before I got the jump in. Massive exaggeration. And he wasn't... The zoning only is... That was at distances where they cannot jump at all. It feels like she has tools to cover jumping up close, and it just doesn't work. I just got to abandon it. He was full screen when you can throw fireballs, where the fireballs have no threats. They don't do anything, and he doesn't have to do anything in response either. The zoning that is good with her is the beam. The beam is the good zoning. Her fireballs are not. That's what... It's just like, yeah, I gotta stop using those tools like that. They just do not cover that range. Attack. Oh, thank God our DP actually hit something for once. Flinched. Yeah. Ooh, it didn't. I did it too low to the ground, so it didn't activate, but it still got me clipped. I thought it hit. I can't see what's going on when my game just fucking freezes. Nice trade combo. Oh my god. GG. So far, do you think the DLC cast is as strong or better than Street Fighter V? I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you saying, do I prefer the DLC characters than what they introduced in Street Fighter V? Or are you saying, are they stronger in the meta? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind playing this game just because of the performance issues. I can put up with any other bullshit you throw my way, just please stop lagging my game.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh god. Deer in headlights, huh? Speaking of. Ah, GG. That mid-screen throw is gnarly. Preference? I had to compare the two side by side. I don't really know. I think the DLC in this game has been mostly pretty good. The worst ones have been Bison and Mai. Those, I think, actively made the game kind of worse. But aside from that, I like the DLC in this game. Okay. Well, I'm gonna lose. Yeah. They got the stock lead. I'm in a bad spot. I should have swept that way sooner. Kind of dropping some conversions here. Oh! Nice. Just dry Russian and laser. Why not? Tony GZS, thanks for the 15. Appreciate that. Oh my god. You got combos? Nice. Hold up. Oh, you went for it? I didn't think you'd do it.
Round 2. Fight.
They did jump. Nice. So they did an interesting conversion there. It was like target combo, build one stock, target combo, build another stock. Try to check.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay. Spaghetti. Classic empty jump. Empty jump is kind of good against Ingrid. Oh no, worst case scenario. You can kill me, can't you? Ah, GG's, GG's, GG's. They had some better combo conversions for sure. All right, I'm getting pulled into the ranked vortex, and this is a frustrating one considering all the hiccups with the connection. Let me do one more ranked set to take a breather, and then we'll do the content segment. Will I ever pick Alex back up? Maybe. I don't know, man. Who knows? There's definitely stuff about Ingrid that I'm not particularly loving, for sure. Something she does seem kind of whack.
What character would you want in SF6?
Good ones. Thank you. I'm very open to cast members. I don't really care. Just make them. Just show me the gameplay. I like new characters. I like returning characters. Just show me what they do, man. Should have checked DI'd him earlier. Damn word. I'm getting a little pieced up. That's routing. I do think Dudley, target combo heavy characters could be cool in this game as a different look, like Dudley and Ibuki. Oh, nice bait. Oh, I probably should have just done CA, huh? I could have done that sooner, I think, and that would have been good. I kind of was late on the air laser. Oh, what? I did not see that boom still on the screen. That was weird. Oh my god. Flying laser attack. That's not plus. Nice. I can't sweep that right there. Nice. Damn, nice perfect parry. I didn't know what to do with that that level 2. It's really hard to keep track and freestyle a pickup at the level 2, at least for me right now. I'm not keeping track of the number of hits that have transpired either, so I don't really know how long they're going to be sitting in there for. I'm not really sure like what you're supposed to do with it. Nice. Was there a kill there? I have no idea. Oh, brother. Yeah, people are getting too good at perfect parrying that. No! I thought if I did crouch heavy into DI, it would give him the super meter. So I wanted to hit meaty DI, but it wasn't meaty enough. I don't know how to time it. Shit. Alright, last one for real. Yeah, if I got the stun combo, I think I would have killed it. Barring that I remembered what the fuck to do, because I probably don't. I think against Blanca, you just go in. I can't imagine trying to prioritize stock building and not going for Oki's going to be good when he can just do that. Oh my god. Yo, Ingrid, you're kind of ass. You're kind of ass, Ingrid. This character I don't think is that good. This character is kind of has so many gaps in her gameplay, I feel like. What didn't hit? Dude, I can't hit it from a damn thing right now. I didn't do a combo. Oh my god. Spaghetti.
Ingrid wins. Round one. Fight.
My game is dying.
Close your eyes.
Brother, where's my quarter circle forward? This has been a frustrating match.
Round two. Fight.
Hold still.
Oh yeah. I am in a dangerous spot now. Or not, okay. Weird games. All right, GG's, GG's. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready for the content segment here. Kind of a weird rank session, man. I am not... It's hard to vibe with the game whenever I have these performance issues, and for some reason, it's back again. This shit went away entirely after Capcom patched their game to address the issues, and I feel like my conspiracy brain is, it's not me, it's Capcom. Ingrid's DP is good for cross-ups? No. I think her DP is pretty weak. The angle it covers is not very good, and it's not very easy to cross-cut with. I think the idea with her anti-airs is the back heavy punch is the high damaging anti-air, and that covers a sharper angle than her DP. But it's slow, and a lot of good jump-ins will stuff it. I'm surprised you're still playing Ingrid. Why? I haven't had a chance to play her that much. I feel like there's been too much going on, so I haven't been grinding. I have to grind a character so much to be able to make things happen with her. I feel like I haven't even... I still don't have her combo routing down, so... I just don't like her that much. I think she has a lot of issues. No, I do like her, but I want to get her combo routing down before I form a final opinion. There's parts of her kit that I find to be extremely weak, though. Which I do find it funny how everyone reacts, like, knee-jerk reaction about, like, new characters. Oh my god, Ingrid is so broken. I think this character is... I don't know. The more I play her, the more I feel like... What I more don't like is the game having hiccups, so that shit drives me fucking nuts. That makes the whole experience miserable, so please, Capcom, fix your game. right, let me gather some resources here real quick. We got a fun little segment coming up. You have any anti-ball tech? Hit up Juno. So we just recently saw Blink Respawn 2026, the next and latest CPT Premier tournament where we had MenaRD winning his qualification into Capcom Cup. And this was a big deal because MenaRD is from the Dominican Republic, and that's where Blink Respawn takes place. And throughout every iteration of Blink Respawn in Street Fighter 6, the best he had placed across the 3 tournaments from 2023 until now was 7th place. So for him to earn his qualification into Capcom Cup in his home country, defending the home turf, was definitely a monumental achievement for him. But you might have noticed some interesting gameplay that he represented during this top 8. Specifically, this moment caught a lot of people off guard. Level 2, Blanca Chan down. Blanca Chan down, gets the grab. Drive rush in. Level 3, and hop through. Hop through on the wake up level 3. You thought you got him, and instead, MenaRD is just hopping on through. So this moment was pretty hype for a lot of people. Some people might know the secret to this one, but what I wanted to do today is break down some of the hype, high-level plays from Blink Respawn to show you the tech that the pros are using to get ahead in the game, and including, we'll break down this moment here at the end as well, and a few more tricks that MenaRD uses to edge out his victories over his opponents. So let's go ahead and get into the first example here. Crossover up against MenaRD. So we saw Blanca doing work right there. MenaRD is the champion. How do we stop Blanca? Can we get some anti-Blanca tech? This was represented in the winners semifinals. Crossover RD here is suffering with MenaRD's Blanca level 2. Nice side swap there. Blanca Chan down, and DI against the up back Blanca ball. Now, unfortunately, for some reason, Crossover here didn't go into the level 3. I think level 3 here would have put MenaRD into burnout and maybe give him the round. He does end up losing, unfortunately. That was a misplay, in my opinion. But is he just swinging for the fences and hoping for the best here when he goes for a wake-up DI, which is typically a really scrubby option? Well, the idea here is you have to understand what mix-up MenaRD is going for with the Blanca Chan and the level 2. So if you don't know about this one, this is pretty common knowledge at this point, but Blanca Chan and level 2 is a good combo, right? Here's an example of what you can do with this. Set the Blanca Chan down. You try to tech the grab, up back Blanca ball, which activates the Blanca Chan into full combo conversions. Throw another Blanca Chan down and convert that into a level 1. And oh yeah, you can still combo out of that as well. It can keep going. So as you can see here, the risk reward for teching the grab in this situation is really, really, really bad. Like, you just don't want to tech this grab and be put into this situation here with the Blanca Chan, because he can up back Blanca ball, activate the Blanca Chan, and even if you don't tech the grab and you just block, the Blanca Chan will activate and give him a mix-up. And if you press something like a crouching medium kick to call out a walk back shimmy from Blanca, he'll also go over that and get the full combo as well. So it's a really loaded in his favor situation to go for this up back Blanca ball, because it covers so many options, including like sometimes reversal if you do a delay up back Blanca ball as well. So what is the answer to the situation? Do you just have to take the mix? Well, it comes full circle again. Normally, wake up DI is the scrubby option, but wake up DI is literally the counterplay to up back Blanca ball in this situation. You delay your DI a little bit so that it doesn't immediately come out, and then you can then punish counter the up back Blanca ball and get a full combo punish. So this mix-up is busted, and if he just goes for a meaty or goes for a grab instead, you're going to get hit. But when the risk reward is against your favor, you better make sure that when you take the risk, you get a big reward. So I definitely like to mix in delay DI against this Blanca Chan situation every now and then, and you can sometimes turn the tides in your favor. So definitely something to keep in your back pocket and use that when people are abusing level 2 against you. But how about this sequence? This is one of the craziest moments of the entire top 8. Higuchi versus Dual Kevin in the loser side of top 8. Higuchi had a perfect in the first round of the first game and is working on a perfect in the second game. Has Dual Kevin in the corner here. Dual Kevin's trying to work his way back into the set. He does have 2 bars of super. Finds a block string. Higuchi comes out of burnout, but a stagger frame trap gives Dual Kevin the combo conversion. Higuchi techs the grab. Dual Kevin trying to find his opening. He's going to use the OD Whirlwind here to build some space. Dash in lanes. This grab this time. Backdash, level 2. Dual Kevin can now approach with the shield behind him. He's waiting for the moment. He goes for the plus frames on the enhanced mixer into a block string, into the overhead. That's going to be huge damage. Going to get the knockdown here. Then continues the pressure. Higuchi does. Boom. Drive reversal. Whiff grab on the jump back into the anti-air. A full comeback from Dual Kevin from being a pixel away from dying and making the comeback. And he does go on to actually win this first game instead. On the precipice of being double perfected, instead he wins the round. So this was just a crazy, crazy comeback. This was so solid. But this moment right here is actually a microcosm of some really, really high-level gameplay. So Dual Kevin here going for offensive drive reversal is one thing to point out. Drive reversal is often used explicitly for defensive options, but him going for it in this situation is really strong because he's going to be put into burnout regardless. If he was going to block this sequence from Higuchi, the medium punch into the boom, he would block it and be put in burnout and then for sure be in a situation where he's going to get chipped by either a flash kick or sonic boom. There's nothing he could do about that. Instead, because he sees Higuchi going for this block string, he knows that drive reversal offensively will cause a knockdown. So instead of just dying to chip in mid-screen, he goes for getting the knockdown. Now, in this situation, though, some people saw this and thought, why did Higuchi jump back here? Like, isn't this just a guaranteed wake-up OD flash kick? Like, why wouldn't Higuchi just go for OD flash kick to get a guaranteed chip kill, even if Dual Kevin did nothing, right? He was just going to die. And that's where the mind game starts. So I'm going to show you exactly how this actually works. All right, let me get Guile in here. Let me control Rashid, actually. Where's Rashid? I can never remember what these characters are. I literally don't see you. There you are. Yeah, so first off, like I mentioned before, having offensive drive reversal is really strong. So offensive drive reversal for knockdowns is not as common as offensive V reversal was in Street Fighter V. This is a pretty common tactic because when people try to build space by doing strings, just causing a knockdown instead and then using that to get a strike throw mix is really, really good. Because otherwise, if you take the block string, you're just being pushed out and you're giving them more space to work their way out of the corner. And in the case of Dual Kevin, he would have just died to chip. So definitely consider in certain situations if it's worth using the drive reversal offensively to score a knockdown in the corner and get the last strike throw mix. It could definitely be worth it in some situations. But if we set up this knockdown here, let's save state here and explore what's going on here. All right, let me actually get the meter right. Okay, so this is the situation. Dual Kevin scores this knockdown, and then he's going to go in for a dash-up grab, which is a meaty grab in this situation. So it does set up a very perfect meaty grab timing for him. But the problem is, if Higuchi simply does a wake-up OD flash kick here, he's going to die, right? Like, if he has no health. And if he blocks as well, I'll turn on the health bars to actually deplete here. You'll see that he's also going to die. So even if he blocks, tries to bait the flash kick, he's going to die. Chip is going to get him. it seems almost guaranteed. And like nothing else Rashid can do here in Burnout is going to beat that flash kick, and Dual Kevin didn't have any super meter available either as well. But what is the reason then why Higuchi went for the up back jab in that situation? Why would Higuchi jump and not flash kick? And that's because of the angles. This was a final coin flip for both players. If Dual Kevin instead knows that he is in chip range and flash kick will beat him and beat all of his options and kill him, he can go for the jump forward in that situation to purposely bait out reversal flash kick, and then he would have gotten the punish and gotten the kill on Higuchi instead. It would have been a complete reversal of that situation. Higuchi knows that Kevin knows this. So, what does Higuchi do in this situation? Higuchi instead chooses to go for jump back jab. Jump back jab is the option that will beat Rashid going for the jump over cross up in that situation. So Higuchi was on like level 5 in this situation mentally. Like he's like, oh, I know that he knows that I know that he's in chip range. So rather than go for the flash kick, let me instead do something crazy like this, go jump back into the corner with a jab. But because he wasn't afraid of this, if we have a wake up reversal set to jump back, let's do backward jumps. Because Dual Kevin wasn't afraid of the flash kick or betting on him to be scared to do it, going for the meaty grab is the perfect option because it lets you recover in time. No matter what he tries to press up there, after this meaty grab, Rashid will recover and be able to anti-air instead. So for some people, assumed that this was a checkmate scenario where Higuchi had a guaranteed kill. No, it was literally 50-50 for both players in this situation. So Dual Kevin kind of had the right read here. He knew that Higuchi could just wake up flash kick and kill him, and Higuchi knew that as well. Higuchi went to the next layer, and Dual Kevin kept it simple and just did meaty grab to the spinning mixer to get the punish there. But it shows you that the mind games run very deep, even when these situations where it feels like it's completely loaded in one favor. Same thing if Higuchi went instead for a drive reversal or anything else at this situation. Like, no matter what Higuchi went for, the jump was a threat. There's no guaranteed option. So Higuchi thought he had a really advanced mind game, and Dual Kevin was just ready with the anti-air in that situation to get one of the best comebacks I've ever seen in a pro tournament. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to have to get my own reaction to this one. This is Crossover RD versus Riddles, losers quarterfinals. And it's one game apiece and one round apiece. Whoever wins this round goes up 2-1 in the set. Crossover RD in Burnout. Riddles on the offensive with 0 super meter, getting the Burnout loop going. Are you ready, Crossover? Oh my god, last gas. Walk up ODTP. I knew it! Give me some red here. Give me some red here. How did I know it, man? How did I know in my heart of hearts? I called that shit. I called that immediately. As soon as I saw this sequence, I knew what was coming. Somehow I knew in my soul that the next sequence out of this, after getting one throw into the corner, 2 throws in the corner, it was going to be walk up ODDP. So how did I know that? Let's go ahead and break down a few of the options and why sometimes doing the scrubby thing here is actually really high IQ in this moment. Where's Terry? Dash up DP, not walk up DP. That doesn't matter because it sets up the same frame kill. Depends on the advantage. Terry has to dash. So this is Terry, and Terry has a little thing called a throw loop. So if Terry throws you into the corner, dashes up, he's +3 again, and he can throw you one more time. And this is strong because even if you were to wake up with your fastest button, like something like a Crush and Light Punch in this situation from Sagat, it would beat that option and land meaty and win the interaction. So one thing to keep in mind is the resources and the loop situation. So Crossover was in the life fleet, and Riddles was making a long comeback and forcing him to take a lot of guess situations in a row until it eventually came down to the moment where they're both one hit away at this point. They're both one touch essentially away from dying, and they're going to have to guess for game. So after landing this final throw here, putting him at a guess for game situation, the dash up ODDP seems ridiculous at first glance. But if you really think about it, let's break down what it actually beats in this situation. So after this throw, if I dash up immediate DP, of course it's going to beat wake up immediate jab. But what it also beats is if they wake up with an immediate throw. Where is throw? So if they wake up with immediate throw, they're going to get hit as well and die. So that's going to cover 2 options. But most people do not wake up with immediate throws. What most people do in a lot of situations is they delay their throw tech on wake up, which allows them to do a delay throw that covers multiple options. So this is why delay teching is so strong. In this situation, Sagat is delay teching, but if I dash up and do a jab or dash up and do a throw, you see that Sagat is actually covering both options, even though all he is doing is inputting a throw with the delay. So if I input a delay throw and I dash up immediately DP, he's also going to block that. Sagat is inputting the throw every single time, but is just slightly delaying it, which covers so many options. Covers dash up jab, dash up throw, even dash up DP in this situation. It beats all of those. However, this is where the delay comes in. If you delay your DP, it's going to hit late enough so that you eventually press into the uppercut and it actually clips you and you get the punish. So that's an option to delay it. However, there's a balance. If you delay too much, you're going to get hit by a wake-up jab. You have to find the sweet spot of the delay. If you want to really beat someone for pressing any option, a delay throw tech and a wake-up jab to beat everything with your Hail Mary, this is going to work. There's actually a really sweet spot to nail that's going to get that option for you, and that is a slight, ever so slight delay DP to cover everything. And on top of that, there is actually another layer to this. It's a little difficult to time, but, you know, Sagat also has his own wake-up reversal as well with his own OD Tiger Uppercut. If you compare these two, Sagat's OD Tiger Uppercut does have more invincibility. Terry's, I believe, has 10 frames of invincibility, and Sagat has 12. But if you delay this, if you do it immediately, for example, Sagat's going to win, right? If you do dash up and you both DP, Sagat will win this interaction because it has more invincibility. And also your plus, so you're running out of invincibility sooner. However, if you delay enough, there is a pocket where you can beat this option as well. So there is a theoretical magic sweet spot where you can beat Crouching Light Punch, Normal Grab, and Delay DP. It's really hard to hit, but, you know, it calls out all the options. And it would force, or you can get a weird trade like that. That would have been nuts. But it covers so many options, and it essentially is saying either you block here and commit to blocking without doing any other options, or you die. So it's a really good Hail Mary move in the very end when you know that they can't afford to take any other mix, because Crossover couldn't take a grab, he couldn't take a jab, he couldn't take any other damage. And if you go back and check the footage to see what actually occurred here as Riddles dashes up, what does Crossover go for? He tried to do the Wake Up Light Punch. So he did go for one of those options. Of course he was. There was no way he's just going to sit there and block and just take the pressure and, you know, commit to holding down back. He presses Light Punch here, trying to catch Riddles overextending his turn or messing something up or leaving a gap, and eats the dash up delay ODDP. So this is really good, especially with characters with a lot of active frames on their uppercuts. Like, think of like Ed, for example. That's a classic. But it's a good Hail Mary move when you know there's no chances they're going to block on the last guess. It's another like really key last coin flip technique to bust out in the heat of the moment. Here's another one. Punk up against Higuchi. This one blew my mind when I saw it live as well. Punk in the corner, eating the sour spot level 3. That's crazy on its own part. Takes a grab down to his last like 2%. Low forward, drive rush cancel on the DI, react to level 3. React to level 3. Jesus Christ. This is absolutely insane. The reaction here to see that he is out and burnout, doesn't have the meter anymore, and to react with the DI, or react to the DI with level 3 is next level. So let's talk a little bit about the mind game here, because what's happening here, if you're not familiar with how the meter actually works in this game, is once you put yourself in burnout, you cannot use DI. To counter a drive impact, you're going to have to use your own drive impact. Punk tries to snipe a gap in the pressure to convert to a super, and he spends it on drive rush cancel. And because he drive rush cancel, he's in burnout now. The next thing he would do, if he wasn't in burnout and had more health, that's a key component, is he would do DI in return. That's what you do 99% of the time this type of thing happens. But Punk has insane reactions and goes for the level 3 instead, which is nuts. And to replicate this yourself, be Punk, 1. But 2, there is actually some strategy behind this that you can leverage beyond just like saying, oh, Punk just has better reactions. Punk does have some of the best reactions in the world. But there's strategy here that actually gives Punk a bit more credit strategically for why he's able to pull this off. So one thing to keep in mind is, when can you use your own drive impact defensively? You need to have enough health to counter another DI. So after Punk gets thrown in the corner this one time right here, Punk's health is now below the limit where he can actually successfully counter another DI. Like if you look at this situation here, as I am with Terry, like this is going to be... Punk basically has 2% or like 4% life remaining. Probably a little bit less, maybe 3%, right? And at this health, if Sagat goes for a DI, you try to counter DI, you're just going to die. You do not have the health to absorb the DI. That's why it becomes such a powerful option to do. So when you are at that health, once you cross below this threshold of like almost like the first bar of drive gauge, defensive DI needs to completely leave your mental stack entirely. So, and Punk in this situation, when he is observing what's going on here, he's not just raw reacting to the stimuli of the DI. He's also seeing the fact that, hey, after this throw, I am now outside of the range where DI is even an option defensively. I will remove that. When I am in burnout, for example, with no drive gauge or at this health, my only DI defense is grabs or supers. So the strategy here is being able to quickly flip your mental stack and options you look for in this scenario. Punk is already prepped to not use defensive DI whatsoever and to look for DI and to counter it with super. So even though he burnt himself out here, that's almost irrelevant to the situation. Him doing the driver's cancel did allow him to do the level 3, but he knows, hey, don't press DI here. I'm going to be burnt out for 1, so I'm going to die anyways. I'm not going to get DI. And for 2, I couldn't even DI if I had the health and the meter for it, right? I don't have the health for it. It would kill me regardless. So being able to flip that switch when your health drops below a certain point and go, okay, my defense is now supers only, is key for him to have that on his mental stack to look for this for level 3. So yes, insane reactions from him, of course. You can see the pop off in the top left. He's like doing the little fist pump and everything. But also really good situational awareness from the moment before when he got last thrown. So that's a type of like top level awareness that people are still searching for in this game. A guy like me, I would have done low forward driver's cancel and then press DI anyways, even though it was already burnt out and I would have died. Like, you know, most people would just die there. And I know people still press counter DI when their health is too low and die anyways. So great awareness on top of insane reactions there, but you can learn something from it yourself. Which one is this? And we got more high-level Punk plays here. Here he is in the losers finals up against MenaRD. And this just goes to show some of the advanced drive rush meta. We'll see how this gets countered. Nice little pump fake with the drive rush crouch and like. This is just a little taste of how these two play the footsie game in this matchup. So these type of shenanigans are pretty well known. But you can see how Punk, once they're both outside of the footsie range, they're both kind of jockeying for positioning. Punk would want to traditionally approach here on the ground and use his walk speed and buttons to find a whiff punish or a low forward cancel. Or, you know, if you're playing in this range and trying to check Punk's movement, he would go for dive kick to check your buttons instead. Punk here, during the tension though, just goes for a drive rush into crouching light kick, specifically to halt his momentum early because he knows MenaRD is looking to check drive rush as well at this range. With crouching light kick, then immediately goes for the dive kick, knowing that the drive rush check will be there for MenaRD, but he's going to be a little bit late. And that gives him the punish counter dive kick, which is like the anti-footsie option from Cammy, which gives him the combo. So that's kind of a sprinkle of like the mind game these two are playing. And another way to use drive rush with an immediate button or special move or throw to like halt your momentum and throw people off and bait them out to certain responses. And Punk was definitely using that a lot this set, so it's MenaRD. But we're going to see the evolution of how this played out for both players as we keep going here. So because, you know, Cammy has that dive kick, it can punish you for playing the footsies and punish you for trying to check her drive rush as well. There's another option that Blanka can pull out, which doesn't really have that issue. So, in this round, we're going to see some options here. Stand heavy kick. Stand heavy kick is a very interesting button here. A crazy trade combo on the dive kick into a full combo conversion. He's going to turn that into momentum as well. But if you see here, of course, MenaRD is also using his own drive rush into whiff light to try to bait something out of Punk as well. And you can see Punk even attempted at this moment to do like a potential check with a jab. He saw that it was a no-go and said goes for the dive kick, and then stand heavy kick trade on the dive kick. In this situation, MenaRD didn't give him that crouching medium punch to get dive kicked on, and he sees the trade, drive rush into the heavy punch into the lift to get the combo conversion. And that stand heavy kick is a very interesting button. We'll see the mind games of how it works out here, because it's going to apply in a lot of situations. Here's another situation where it applies. Shimmy with the stand heavy kick. And then, man, if you can't do dive kick against the stand heavy kick because it trades with the combos, what if you just whip punish it instead? No. Punk was crouching heavy kick. Even he could not whip punish Blanka stand heavy kick. So, as this set progressed, we noticed that MenaRD was hammering on this stand heavy kick button over and over and over again because this specific property. At this range, where normally Cammy would be using her footsie options in order to, play the ground game, and then also use dive kick to dissuade you from counter poking her because she would dive kick on your limbs, we saw that the stand heavy kick can trade with the dive kick to a full combo. But then on top of this, if you try to whiff punish it, this move is very hard to whiff punish. It has barely any hurt box extension, and he can kind of fish with it out here. And if you go for slower, longer range buttons like Cammy stand heavy kick and return, it can trade as well, potentially in MenaRD's favor. So he whiff punishes the attempted whiff punish here and turns that into a round. And you can see here, if we actually look at the data on this stand heavy kick from Blanka, that stand heavy kick has 7 frames of startup, 9 active frames. This move is one crazy, juicy fucking button. Look at that hitbox circling around this character. And it goes all the way from the ground to play in the footsie range. This is the faster startup range, but also covers the air as well. This button alone gives Cammy so much grief in the matchup. And on top of that, it does have an extension forward with the hurt box slightly, but there's barely any extended hurt box. And in the later active frames, the hurt box that is attached to the hitbox, of course, moves upwards with it. And so he doesn't have anything at the feet here really that much extended for you to actually cleanly whiff punish. So we saw MenaRD fishing like crazy in this set, in this matchup specifically. And I thought that was really interesting how it covers the dive kick and the footsies so well. Such a really strong option for him to focus on with that. So that was a big part of the game plan. But we also saw that there was a little bit more to his game plan than we saw just with that stand heavy kick, but it gets even more oppressive. So here's another usage of the stand heavy kick. This is how MenaRD closed out the set. Trade stand heavy kick on the dive kick into the level 2. So he can even do that all the way to a level 2 conversion into the corner. And MenaRD does end up winning this round. This is how he closes the set out, but it's just another example how it can get even worse. Man, what a freaking crazy trade you can get from that. So that heavy kick did a lot of work in this set, and MenaRD ended up taking out Punk 3-1 in the losers finals. But of course, you're all here for one specific moment. We're here for that moment against Noah. And here's Brian F. live reacting, calling out what's going on in this moment. So let's break down what happened in that moment against Noah. Into the corner we go. Noah has the reactions. Blanca-chan down, up ball. You're going nowhere. Blanca-chan down, throw this time. That's going to be safe. Car cancel? Yes, hop. You're out of there, man. You're out of there. You cannot be doing screen freeze options against Blanca. There's layers to the offense. Blanca has unique advantages to escape. So how did I know that it was going to be safe? How did I know? What did I say? Carry cancel? What's going on there? So this is what is so powerful about Blanca. And a lot of people, you guys in the chat are calling it out already. But this specific setup right here, where he gets this grab into the corner and performs specifically this drive rush right there, is one of the best setups available in the game. And Blanca makes takes extra advantage of this tech. So let me show what I'm talking about. All right, give me a minute here. Let's set this all up. I will play as Blanca. He's somewhere. Not modern, please. What up, Nuggy? So, MenaRD is going for grab in the corner, and Blanca's throw is really strong because he's plus 30 after this grab. And an interesting thing happens when he does his grab. When he dashes forward, he's plus 11. Plus 11 is a magic number, and I know people, a lot of people who are watching this might have already seen a very good video describing what's going on here. But for those who don't know, plus 11 is the magic number in this game to do car cancel drive rush setup. So what MenaRD does in this situation is go for dash up to get plus 11, and then goes for the stand light kick. And of course, if the stand light kick connects there, if you're pressing a button on wake up or you're not blocking for any reason, he can get a combo very easily from that situation. Or if you press a slower button, excuse me. You can go for pressure or something of that sort. And of course, if you're just blocking, it can set up a very easy tick throw as well. But that's not what makes it so good. What makes it so good is the property that allows you to deal with these wake up supers, man. So here's me doing drive rush stand light kick up against Luke. So of course I'm going to get punished for that. It's going to hit me in the recovery. I can't block. I press the light kick. It's gonna win this interaction. I'm gonna go ahead and save this state here. I'm holding down back on the save state, and you can see that I'm actually getting punished by the wake up level 3. The light kick is coming out just before the screen freeze for the level 3. Until it doesn't. The plus 11 setup is a magic number where if you do a drive rush into a light, the frame that the screen freezes on is usually the first frame of the light. And that allows you to then cancel into a hop. This is called car canceling, where you cancel one animation into another. And generally, this is a property of a lot of Street Fighter engines. It's existed all the way back, at least in Street Fighter 4 and beyond, where the first frame of moves could be canceled into the others. And that's often done. So like if you do like a special move and you plink the input, it'll cancel if you hit the non-OD version of it in the first frame, but on the second frame you do the OD version, it'll cancel after the first frame the regular one into the level into the OD. So it's useful for like kind of cleaning up your inputs in case you complete the intended input right after one frame after the previous one. But it's often exploited in weird ways. We saw things like in Street Fighter 4. People would car cancel armor moves into their ultras and car cancel armored special moves into different special moves, like overlapping inputs in weird ways. Kara throws, those were more intentional. That was a bit different. That wasn't the exact same thing. I wouldn't call that. But there was other ways that these cancels existed in the engines across different Street Fighter titles. But the main application in Street Fighter 6 is these specific plus 11 setups. Now, the problem is you have to cancel into something. If I cancel into like my own level 1, that's not going to work. I don't even think level 3 here works. And up ball doesn't work here either. So like you have to cancel into some kind of offensive move. But the only thing that really works is just hopping out of the way, and that gives Blanca a full punish. Because you have to have a cancel out of it, you can't just do whatever you want. You have to know the interaction between the options you have. You can't cancel into parry or anything. You have to cancel into an offensive move. So the combination of the plus 11 card cancel and the hop is brutal. And the fact that he gets it off regular grab in the corner. So because of the combination of these things, Blanca and MenaRD specifically is very often going for this specific setup all the time. You'll notice a lot of his offense is him going for this type of setup here. And it's just so powerful for that situation. And there's a lot more you can do with this as well. But there's something interesting about this that I found in this matchup specifically. It seems really powerful, and it is, but there is potentially counterplay. And that's just mashing. Because depending on the matchup, it's going to modify what you can actually do in the situation. If you mash Crouching Light Punch here as Luke, Blanca is left at +4. Blanca's only 4-frame move is the stand light kick, and it does not reach here. So he cannot combo from this if you wake up with jab, because it's going to trade with Luke specifically. So in that situation where Noah did wake up level 3, if he saw the throw, dash up, drive rush, the best option there is probably just to mash your Crouching Light Punch and return instead. And also, like, that prevents him from going for a grab also. So Crouching Light Punch in that situation is actually really good. However, it depends on the character, of course, because the trade advantage depends on the hit stun. I found, after testing a little bit with Kimberly, unfortunately, with her wake up Crouching Light Punch, you're going to see that Blanca's +6. So at +6, he can do like a stand light punch into electricity. So he can actually combo from that as well. I'm not sure if her other light punch is also 4 frames. No. So Kimberly actually gets comboed, but it depends on the character. So if you're fighting MenaRD, it's worthwhile to know your trade with Light Punch on this setup, because he goes for it constantly. And some characters don't have to take a combo if you trade with it. So if Noah knew that about the matchup, waking up Crouching Light Punch would actually be a really strong option in that scenario. And it's important to know because MenaRD, like I said, he does sprinkle this in all over the freaking place. Like look at this in the Punk set as well. Here he does a tricky little level 2 conversion, and I think he purposely whiffs this setup here to bait out a parry, and he gets a punish counter grab mid-screen. When you get a punish counter grab, that sets up a hard knockdown, which allows him to do this tech. He dashes forward here. He goes for the tech mid-screen as well. So it actually allows you access to that here as well. Dash up, drive rush, light. And the funny thing about this is Punk attempted to do something here. Here's the next layer of it. You can see the startup of OD Hooligan beginning in this situation right about there. That looks like OD Hooligan to me. Another small layer about this is because of the last second drive rush screen freeze, it can also sometimes mess up people's timing on their inputs for reversals. It can just throw a little monkey wrench in them trying to do a reversal DP or super or something of that sort. So some of your inputs could sometimes get a little awkward because it delays when you actually need to do the input. So yeah, if Punk was doing a wake up super, for example, which wouldn't have worked in this situation, if he inputted it here, he could have just car canceled out of it. But it's gonna input it. It's gonna mess up the input buffer and cut off the early portion of the inputs. So is this totally unbeatable? No, like I mentioned before, you can potentially trade with certain characters, but it's also important to remember that this only works if you freeze the screen with a reversal super. So if you take it all the way back to basics, all you got to do to beat this is just do wake up reversal. That'll beat it every time. Just get the wake up ODDP. But maybe that's what Punk was going for in that situation, and he missed it, but that is an option. And the other thing about this plus 11 and Blanca specifically is that you can also set this up off of safe jumps. So Blanca has a safe jump set up here, if I can remember it. Right, so just doing the heavy punch lift into the OD electricity is plus 42, which is the magic number for the safe jump. So if you look at the frame advantage after safe jumps, and this is common across a lot of characters as well, it's also plus 11. So after safe jump, you can do the exact same sequence as well. And this is really powerful because, of course, for one, it's a safe jump. If you do a safe jump properly, you bait the reversal. And you can block and do it again. If they're just mashing on a wake up as well, you're going to get the hit. But if they do block, then you're able to set up the next layer, which is after the safe jump, do the car cancel, and safe to reversal level 3. So there's so many layers to this as well. And this is just safe to like any other wake up option, essentially. It forces you to take one mix. And you can keep building up the layers as you go. It'll also be safe to DI, right? And then if they do nothing, you can also just then convert that to a grab, but hop through if they level 3. So Blanca is unique in that he gets it really easily from throw and from really accessible safe jumps on top of having Blanca-chan. So MenaRD sprinkles this stuff in all over the place. So you might have noticed that like everyone popped off when he did the level 3 hop through against Noah, but a lot of top level players were watching this and went, "Oh yeah, that's Blanca BS, right?" Like we know that there's layers. You cannot do wake up level 3. It just does not work, which is just a terrible situation to be in, especially when you're in burnout and don't have access to a non-screen freeze option. Really strong to mix in that scenario. It's the same clip, yeah. Of course, Broski had a really good video talking about this, so if you want more like in-depth analysis on the plus 11 setups, this Broski video is a classic, but it was interesting to see how this came up and was a really hype moment in Blink Respawn, and I still think a lot of people didn't know what was going on there, so I just wanted to break that down again. And that's all I got for this video, so hopefully you learned a little bit about these players' game plans and some neat little interactions, and a little bit about MenaRD strategy. I did really notice the plus 11 Oki setups and the usage of stand heavy kick and how that was key to certain victories. So I learned a lot watching this tournament, and hopefully you did as well. Peace out, guys. Catch you in the next video. Okay, clip it and ship it. Clip it and ship it. Trying to get things schmoovin' on the More Brian F channel. So many options with him. Yeah, Blanca has a lot of tech. The other thing I didn't talk about here is how many crazy setups MenaRD has with level 2. Did Brian see that high fight translated in an interview with Capcom's head of esports? No, I literally, as I refresh Twitter here, I saw this. Okay, let's check it out. By the way, thank you, Sugar Amor 8. Sugar Armor 8, thanks for the gifted sub. Appreciate that. To Filthy Masher and Gothy Sus with the full year in the dumpster. Hey, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. And Gungame 4453, thanks for the 100 bits earlier as well. Oh no, they're about to be like, we're gonna do pay-per-view again? Probably. All right, let's see. High Fight here has translated an interview with Capcom president Suji Moto of the Street Fighter 6 esports part. Esports shouldn't be treated as merely a marketing tool for selling games. As long as the game itself is selling, it's okay for tournaments to operate at a loss. He thinks that prevents esports from growing further. That's been my position, is that it's meant for selling the game. That to me means pay-per-view. 2 out of 4. He thinks Japan's success comes from its player, which continues to produce new star players. His next goal is to strengthen player development in the U.S. Now that we can hold events like Ryogoku Kokuki-Con, Kokuki-Con. Ryogoku Kokuki-Con. Ryogoku Kokuki-Con. That last con is getting me every time. I'd like to hold an event at Madison Square Garden someday? No way. Capcom experimented with pay-per-view for Capcom Cup 12 and Street Fighter League Finals. Sales were strong in Japan, but weaker overseas. He cited time zone differences as a major reason and said it reinforced the importance of holding events in US-friendly time slots. Brother, no one wants to fucking pay the pay-per-view, dude. It's not... The major difference is the non-Japanese audience doesn't want to pay for this shit. That's the main difference. Are you lying to us or yourself? So what is this guy's actual title? He's the president of what? Is he the full Capcom president? He's the chairman and CEO of Capcom? So he's just referring to the Street Fighter 6 and esports part. Oh, man. During development, he requested, please avoid sexualized portrayals for new characters. Street Fighter didn't need excessive fan service, and fans would accept characters naturally aging. Focus on making a game fit for esports, help Street Fighter 6 reach a much wider audience. That's going to upset a large portion of of the culture war mongers on Twitter. Don't want to get involved with that one. That's gonna cause the Gooner army to revolt. I'm not getting caught in the crossfire there. Okay. This just means pay-per-view. Like they're just gonna try to do pay-per-view in the US. At least there's a glimmer of hope there where he at least acknowledges trying to appeal to the Western audience. Because what I figured was that, you know, the direction things are going is that Capcom was just gonna cut off the rots, you know, trim the hedges here and just focus exclusively on the Japanese market. Something that they were proud of with the pay-per-view. Oh yeah, they've always been proud of it. They put out a lot of really raving release statements after the Street Fighter League Japan finals. They were bragging in their quarterly reports about how it was the largest or more successful, most number of sales ever for pay-per-view. They were bragging about it a lot. They're very proud of it. Extremely proud. Would you be fine with pay-per-view if it's much more accessible, affordable? I don't like pay-per-view for the Capcom Pro Tour because the Capcom Pro Tour is not a Capcom product. And with the same idea, Mamdani right now is the hero of the people of New York because he went out of his way to put the NBA Finals on the fucking screens by the bus stop around the city so everyone can watch and enjoy it. Do you get what I'm saying? To me, Capcom Cup and the Capcom Pro Tour is not it's not meant to be a pay-per-view event. It's meant to be a global celebration of the worldwide community of Street Fighter. It's fundamentally opposed to this idea of gating viewership. You should try to be making it as accessible as possible and free. Just do a pay-per-view premium package for people to donate to you. Like, do something else. Find another monetization strategy. This is insane to me. I don't mind Street Fighter League being pay-per-view, for example, and even Topanga League. I don't mind Topanga League being pay-per-view. That doesn't bother me anywhere near as much. But for Capcom Cup, this is the one. This is the one that you should release to the people. It's literally meant to be that moment that is shared globally. Why are you gatekeeping this one? This is the most important event to make sure it's seen worldwide to get an audience involved. I'm much more inclined to be accepting of like a Street Fighter League being pay-per-view because that's a top-down, professional, owned by Capcom product. It's not leveraging the community. It's insular. It's different. This is the culmination. We just saw a tournament run in the DR. Capcom gave MenaRD $2,000 for winning a premiere in the DR. They're just throwing a little bit of fucking coins they found in the bottom of their couch cushions. They're not throwing that event. They're not like the ones organizing and making that happen. MenaRD and the DR scene made that a reality. That's part of the tour. That's part of the story that they're then profiting off of or attempting to profit off of at the end of Capcom Cup. So it's not it's not entirely theirs. So I find that like a little bit offensive, to be honest. So yeah, it's just sad. I actually forgot our current champ is no longer Kakeru. I forget who got top 8 at Capcom Cup because I never saw it, which is sad. Yeah, this stuff just makes me sad. I don't really have much else to say about it. There's not much here. They're just basically showing... I really do not understand if they honestly think that if there's no inclination in his mind that maybe people are opposed to paying for Capcom Cup. And it's not just like Time Zone for sure is going to play a part of it. There will be people who will pay for it and who would pay for it if it was in their time zone in the US and otherwise. That does exist. But I also think there's a gap here, unless he's just, omitting that statement, that culturally, less people outside of Japan want to pay for this. Capcom Cup is free to watch. Content creators just can't monetize it effortlessly. They also can't report on it. You can't do any kind of sharing of any footage from it for doing, transformative content. Anything that talks about the plays being made, you can't share it on social media. So no, this narrative that it's about monetizing easily is just done by the cap cucks who I don't know what the fuck, they're just gargling corporate nuts all the time. That shit is crazy to me. That narrative is nuts to me. Like, people try to call me a shill. There's so many people out there like, oh, it's about people trying to monitor. No, dude. It's literally, it makes a global event inaccessible. That's the problem. It prevents the scene from growing. It's very disappointing. It's just very disappointing. Of course, you can boot up and watch it for free if the lobby doesn't crash. With no commentary. And don't share any clips on social media. Don't talk about it. So it's just disappointing. Like, I can't imagine something hype is happening in Capcom Cup and you can't see a clip of it on Twitter with people talking about it. Sharing clips organically is the best advertisement, but yeah, but please understand, for the enjoyment of our paying customers, please refrain from sharing any clips on social media. For the enjoyment of our paying customers, right? They wouldn't enjoy that very much. So, anyways, I just think they're good. It sounds like they're going to double down on pay-per-view. And I hated that they just announced the winner right away. But what are you going to do? It's a sporting event. I don't believe in protecting spoilers for sporting events. I think that's also kind of like naive of people to expect. Like, you got to stay off the internet. But at the same time, it is kind of like a little bit of a slap in the face. But that's just how it is. Like, even for pay-per-view, for whatever, for boxing events, whatever, they're not going to hide that. It's a news story. But there's just no fanfare, no nothing, than a tweet that says who won. I mean, he's just trying to change. They're trying to change the model entirely from being a marketing tool for selling the games to making it something that doesn't operate at a loss on its own. They're trying to have this as its own division structurally, which is what they've been. We've known that for a while now. So that's their plan. That's what they think. Which, I mean, knowing how Street Fighter 6 operates, it makes sense because they can't figure out with RE Engine, I guess, how to put out any swimsuit costumes to make it up with microtransactions. Not to be cynical about this, but it's clearly lip service. They don't actually care about the overseas audience. You're not the only one person complaining loudly about this, and they are not going to budge. I don't think that my complaints matter to anyone at Capcom at all. But I'm not convinced that they don't care at all. Part of me believes that they're extremely naive. There are more people globally. I think they want to make more money. If this guy thinks, yes, this sold well in Japan, the only reason it didn't sell well globally were the vast majority of the people live not in Japan. To tap into that massive demographic of everyone who's not Japanese, we just need to hold it at better time zones for them. And then we can quintuple our profits, whatever, right? Like, that's business-minded thinking. That's what you sell to investors. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's actually what they think, if that's what they brainwash them to believe, or if it's true or what, or they're just trying to throw a bone and save face for overseas audiences. I don't know, but part of me would believe that they actually think this and they want to make more money globally with pay-per-view because there's more people outside of Japan than there are in Japan. It's hard for me to tell. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually believe that this would sell well in the US. And honestly, I was still surprised by the number of people who defended this. I was actually surprised. And as it goes on longer and longer, I think, more people will they will become numb to it and accustomed to it. That's usually how the intensification works, right? Like, it chips away piece by piece and breaks down your willpower as well, and eventually it might become the norm. I paid for all the Capcom microtransaction during Street Fighter V because it supported the players, and I was happy to do so. Yeah, me too. Me too. So. I don't think it's naivety. It's the corporate greed mindset that will die on the hill of never giving or showing anything for free, even if the alternative makes them lose money. And in their greed, they think the alternative makes money because giving anything for free equals a loss in their minds, no exception. Yeah, I think structurally that's what has occurred as well. The moment they made the esports division separate from the development team and put too much space between them, that's a structural issue that eventually ends up with those people trying to justify their jobs. I think top down culturally and structurally, it's became a problem from the get go once they separated those divisions out. Prior in Street Fighter V, the dev team pretty much controlled the esports as well, which is why they did all the DLC bundles for Capcom Cup and everything during Street Fighter V. So anyways, that's all. Kind of nothing has changed here. As predicted, they're going to keep doing pay-per-view. So is this confirming DriveTech Wear was for more Steam stream-friendly characters? I mean, they said that for new characters. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if so. I mean, that's obviously what they were doing that for. They've done that in the past as well. Also for like Esports World Cup in Saudi as well. Did they ever say why they made a whole esports division? I'm sure back then it was to promote the game, but it sounds like now they would say it was to make money. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pack it up here. It's already past my bedtime anyways. Hopefully we'll have some more good games in the future. I'm going to go ahead and pack it up. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Take care, everybody. Peace.